What's up, YouTube? This video is sort of directed at DGI. He and I have been like going back and forth on a little disagreement. I'm gonna basically kind of like put it in a nutshell as to, I guess, how he came to respond to my video. In my video, I was basically saying that it's not enough to just have the spirit to go to war just because you got guns and have the spirit to go to war. You basically have to have um, the basic necessities of war, which is beans, bullets, and bandages and logistics, and you have to be organized. And in my video, I got called a punk, a pussy for saying things like that. But you let's be real. You have to be prepared to go to war. And I got something from DIJ. I don't really know what, I forgot what his name was, but I'm gonna say DJI or DIJ, where he was basically saying that if the Vietnamese could defeat a superpower such as the United States, or the Somalians can run special forces out of Somalia, then we could do the same thing. But what I was trying to get him to understand is that war is basically a chess game of the elitists. They decide who's going to win or who's going to lose a war. It's like a chess game, and it's all based on how they move the pieces. It's like they're playing a chess game by themselves. I'm a chess player, and sometimes I play chess by myself, when I'm bored. Now, I can manipulate the pieces or make moves in such a way that if I want the white to win, I can make the white pieces win, or if I want the black to win, I can make the black pieces win. That's the same way how the elitists, or I'm just going to call them elitists. There's other names that you could refer to them by, but I'm just going to say the elite or the international superpowers or the movers and the shakers. They're the ones that start wars and control wars. They're the ones that create conflict amongst different groups, whether it be on whether they divide the line on racial or ethnicity or religion or color, white and black. It's the old this trick in the book, divide and conquer. And once they get a beef going on between the people that they divided, they start wars because they can make money off wars. But they decide who's going to win the war, who's going to lose the war. Every major war that you had was pre-planned and controlled by international movers and shakers. For instance, the French Revolution or Napoleon's battle with Waterloo, he was winning up to a point where the movers and shakers decided that, okay, we're going to flip the script and Napoleon was going to lose. The Civil War in the United States, the South was winning till they decided to flip the script and the North ended up winning. The World War II, Hitler was winning against the United States and the Allies until they flipped the script. Every major religion or revolution has been controlled. So when you make the statement that the Vietnamese defeated superpowers such as the French and the United States, that's only because it was orchestrated for the Vietnamese to defeat the superpower. Or if you're going to make the statement that the Afghanistanians ran the Russians out of Afghanistan, that's only because it's been designed and manipulated for that to happen. But you make an interesting point. You also said that the Romans, I guess you mean when you say the Romans, I guess you're referring to white people, Caucasians, United States. I don't know exactly who you are referring to when you say Romans, that they're not versed in guerrilla warfare, or maybe you mean guerrilla warfare and urban tactics. I'm a group them together. Well, they don't have to be versed in guerrilla warfare. But then again, don't think they're not versed in guerrilla warfare. But they don't have to be. Look at the example of what they did with Japan. They can just drop a bomb on Japan and just destroy everything. It's destroy people. They don't give a fuck. I mean, it's what they call collateral damage. These people look at life and they look at life and humanity as a game. You know, we're just like chess pieces or toy soldiers to them. You know, they would they look at things as the means justifying the end. That was why that's what can enable them to drop an A bomb on Hiroshima or whatever the city they dropped it on, and kill 50,000 people. And and they'll just go in there and do their reconstruction projects and make money and build the city back up again. So they don't have to know urban warfare or guerrilla tactics. If they wanted to go into an urban city such as Detroit or Chicago or so forth, all they would have to do is cut off the water supply and cut off the electricity and stop the food supply from coming in, and they could just starve them out. Basically, it's what they're doing now. They can have us fighting against each other internally, like you got the Bloods and the Crips. They don't even have to fire a shot. That Willie Lynch letter that they said that's going around, I don't know, Willie Lynch, or this letter that supposedly was written by the Ku Klux Klan, like, thank you, black man. We don't have to hang you, or we don't have to do anything to you. You're doing our job for us. Look at the state of urban black America, the state that we're in now. We're killing each other. We hate each other. I took some young kids camping, and I couldn't understand when I took them camping. There was so much animosity between these young black males, and I'm talking about they were some of them were as young as 4 and 5, and up to about 13. But the only thing I noticed was the tension and the defensiveness and the animosity of that they had between them and amongst them. And I was trying to understand that. And I'm saying that didn't just happen. That was by design. There's some sort of animosity or hatred. Now I finally understand what when the teachings of Elijah Muhammad and Louis Farrakhan, when they said that the black man has been taught to hate himself. When I took those kids camping, I was trying to, I was just watching and observing them, the animosity that they had inside amongst each other. I just didn't understand it. So let me know what you think, my brother. I'm not here to argue or nothing. We're just trying to have an intelligent debate or discussion.